Good evening, VV Nation, and welcome to our YouTube channel. My name is Glenn Tompkins, Senior Stock Market Strategist for VectorVest. Glad to bring the Monday video. Well, this week we have a new weekly list and a new monthly list since we are starting a new month as well. So a lot of people on our live stream today were asking questions about, well, what to do in what's going on with the market right now. We're going to spend a little bit of time in both the US and Canada talking about market timing, what to be aware of. And I'm going to let you know this is not a time to panic. Market is pulling back, but I still have some picks for you, and I've got a little twist to hedge as well. So we're going to start off by getting into the software, starting with the US market. We can see that right now, intraday, we are flashing a confirmed down call as I am recording this video. We'll see what happens by the end of the day. But this is what I want you to pay attention to. Looking at the color guard, what's the predominant color you see? Yellow. Yellow doesn't mean close everything and the market is losing its mind and just going down precipitously. This is a time where I need you guys to manage your positions. Don't be afraid to take profits off the table, whether it's half or all, but I'm going to help you along with that as well. So main color, yellow. Yellow means caution, just like with a traffic light. Let's go to the market timing graph. Here we are, down day to day, night, but we do have a wick at the bottom. It shows a little a little buying pressure. We did go and break through this uptrend that we were in. Overall, we are in a channel. Big level of resistance sitting at $67.22 on the composite. Current level of support sitting at $65.29. We're at $65.58. So we got some downside. And if the market really wants to show us signs that it's really falling, I've got another level of support on the composite at $62.67. I'm looking at the underlying trend of the market. All of our major indicators are below one. Again, showing us a little bit of a bearish feel, but we got a lot of stuff coming out about inflation and about our interest rates. Are we going to cut them? I still don't think that we cut them this year, but that's my 2 cents. You've heard my opinion on that on more than one occasion. But a down day, and again, with all of the yellow and the color guard, this is a time to manage your positions. Let's go to our viewers tab, and here are my top weekly picks. I got it set up as explosive growth stocks. I think if the market continues to go up, growth stocks should go up. Notice that all of these stocks have a relative value above one. They all have RTs above one, VSTs above one. 2 out of the 3 have CIs above one. Now, the thing is that I could only find you a few stocks for the week to keep your eyes on because of what's going on in the market. Again, I'm not panicking, but I want to make sure that I bring quality stocks to the forefront for you to take a look at. Now, I also want to talk to you about something else. This came up in a live stream today. How about the stocks that are way overvalued? I'm not touching those, then don't. All right. Let me tell you why stocks are overvalued, because the market's moving up. It's moving up well. A lot of people are putting money behind stocks that are exceeding their value. So these are why these many stocks in the market are considered to be overvalued for that reason. But I want to talk to you about a secret thing that we have here at VectorVest called glamour stocks. That's when I look at stocks that are overvalued but have a relative value above one. Anytime I can find that, at least I feel a lot more comfortable investing in an overvalued stock, because relative value tells me the stock's got good upside potential over the next 1 to 3 years as compared to a AAA corporate bond. Notice that my other 2 stocks are either undervalued or fairly valued, but look at their relative values. So when I look at a stock like Aspen that is overvalued, I am at least got some kind of confirmation that it's okay to invest in that as long as RV stays above one. But all of these stocks are in uptrends and they are buy recommendations. Let's go do a graph of these real quick. Put these on a 3-month graph, and I'm going to use the graph layout of Star Search. Let's go see. Aspen, Fastlane. Let's go to the next one. ACTG. Ooh, now in the middle lane. I would wait on that one, actually. And, you know, it is bottom left, top right, but I would wait on that one before I pull the trigger. But Core's a little bit more volatile in the move, but even in its volatility, still in the fast lane. Now, here's the other side of it. Remember, I showed you the market timing graph, and I showed you that if the market does decide to want to go down past that level of support, well, I got another something for you. How about some contras? Now, on a down day like today, contras should be moving, and they are. All right, and they are. Let's go do a graph of these real quick. Put these on a 3-month graph. Am I comfortable jumping into contras right now? Let's talk about that. SDAO in the fast lane. A little choppy with the move, but definitely in the fast lane. Keeping my eye on that. TWM for the Russell 2000. Not quite in the fast lane, but is trending higher. Let's go look at the next one. SPXU for the S&P 500. Not in the fast lane yet. Next one, SQQQ. Not in the fast lane just quite yet. And SOXS. Not in the fast lane just quite yet. So out of the 5 contras that I'm looking at, only the Dow, the S-Dial, is in the fast lane. And this is why I tell you not to batten down the doors or to panic, because notice that only 1 out of the 5 contras that I showed are in the fast lane. That's why looking at the yellow lights in the color guard is so important. All right, so with that, let's talk about my monthly picks. My top monthly picks for 6-3. Again, I do a different search to find these picks for the longer term plays. I've got 4. And look at them. All of them are up today, even on a down day. These are good, strong candidates. Only 2 of them have relative values above 1. Undervalued, overvalued, and overvalued. 2 and 2. CIs, almost all of them above 1. VSTs, all above 1. RTs, all above 1. Let's graph these all real quick. These are my monthly picks, but keep in mind what's going on in the market. Look at that. Fast lane. Look at that. Rolls-Royce, love that stock. Fast lane. Next one, ACIU, fast lane. And the last one, HEPS, fast lane. Love the move on this stock. So I think from a monthly pick perspective, I think these are quality stocks if the market continues to rise. But if it doesn't, remember, you do have a list of contras to keep your eyes on. All right, let's move over to the Canadian market. Do the same analysis. A lot of yellow lights in the Canadian market as well. Again, don't Katie bar the door and throw the baby out with the bathwater. No confirmed down call here in the Canadian market. It's a little bit more of a bullish tinge, but we do have all of the markets down today. Let's go to the viewers. Let's go look at the top weekly picks here. Again, growth stocks. 3 out of the 4 are up. Look at these relative values. Again, any stock that is overvalued, but with a relative value above 1, like Bitfarms, I still think that I'm not a big fan of crypto, but when it gives you an opportunity to make money, it's up 3.5% today. You keep your eyes on it. Even though it's overvalued, it does have a relative value above 1. I'm okay with that. Notice that it's got all double-digit earnings growth as well. VSTs all above 1. All of these stocks are in an uptrend. CIs above 1 as well. Let's go graph these. Now, because we're in the Canadian market and Stan Heller did such a great job with the MPI, I'm going to look at these from an MPI perspective. DRX. Down day to day, but I'm not panicking. All right, I'm not panicking. And we got trend and we got trigger. Trigger may be losing, but that's all right. I do like the rising earnings growth and the rising sales growth on this stock as well. Let's go to the next one. NVIDIA. If you're not in NVIDIA, I don't know why you're not. But I'm going to give you a couple of stop ideas here. 102.40, the closest stop price, looking at the most recent gap up. And then right back here at 91.79, that's a lot of move. But I do have trend, I do have trigger. I like the earnings growth and the sales growth as well. Next one, NFI. Look at the rising earnings growth, sales growth, man, right on par with 3 months ago. But I've got trend and I've got trigger. It's in a channel. If it breaks above this level of 16.23, I'd be a happy individual. But keep in mind what's going on in the market. Bitfarms, definitely trending higher. We got trigger. We don't have trend yet, but I do like the rising earnings growth and the rising sales growth. All right, so those are my weekly picks for the Canadian market, but same scenario. I've got some contras for you to keep your eyes on. We're going to take a look at those graphs real quick. We'll graph them. Are they ready yet? I like the move on HOD. We do have trigger. We do not have trend yet, but we do have trigger as the market starts to pull back. I like the trend. So that's HOD is one of them. Next one, HXD, still in a downtrend. Looking at it overall, we do have trigger, no trend. I'm not altogether feeling that. Wow, nice jump up on HED. All right, we have trigger, no trend. But I like to jump on it. HSD, not nearly as much as the other two. And same thing with HQD. So there's a couple of these that I do like for you to hedge with, and those would be HED, and the other one would be HOD. Keep your eyes on those. So that's the weekly movers and the weekly contras. Let's go to the monthly movers, 6-3. Again, growth stocks type of scenario. Let's take a look. Only one of them is in an uptrend today. All of the relative values are above 1. They're all stocks that are in uptrends, all buy recommendations. Let's graph these all real quick. Oh man, just look at that. From the perspective of a monthly play, I do like that. I do see that it's about to break through the downtrend, but the earnings growth and the sales growth definitely moving higher. APM, we have trend, we've got trigger, we got rising earnings growth and sales growth. I'm looking at TGH. The sales growth is not there. Earnings growth is there. We do have trend and we do have trigger. Trend is when we're looking at the 5 and the 40 on price. Trigger is looking at the 5 and the 40 on RT. Next one. Now, IMG gold. I'm still a fan of gold. Sort of, kind of. Watch the price of the dollar, though. Trending lower. We lost trigger, but we do have rising earnings growth and sales growth. I'd be careful with this one, but those are my monthly picks. And again, you have a list of contra ETFs to look at if your market decides it wants to fall. But I'm looking at the market timing graph here. We are moving higher. Well, not really. Trending off the high, but still above the 65-day moving average. RT is right at 1. The market's about to lose momentum, but as long as we're above the 65-day, this is still a time to manage your trades. Hopefully, folks, this makes some sense to you in regards to what's going on in the market, how to take advantage of the market. I've given you my top weekly picks and my top monthly picks for both the US and Canada, and gave you insights on what to do with your stocks that you have right now. If you like what you saw, put something in the comment. Let me know that this is helpful to you. Or if you feel that this is just not helpful for you, put that it's not helpful. But put something in the comments to let me know you like these Monday videos where I give you my top weekly picks. Folks, this video is over. Until the next time, see ya.